Allora, toc toc. Buonasera a tutti. So very welcome to this third panel. I have a couple of announcements first. I think I should introduce myself, Tabaré Arroyo from the Global Climate and Energy Initiative, and of course, one of these members of the global organized civil society movement that wants to contribute to change the world. I think you can see on screen, or you cannot see it at the moment, but we have a survey that we invite you all to fill. It's a survey that we hope can contribute to create more engagement over this topic and that can foster participation regarding how we can run this just and equitable transition. Second thing is that on the website of FOCSIV as well as on the website of WF Italia, you can download some documents that narrow the conversation a little bit more over this topic. So we have a couple of concept notes and white papers developed by some institutions, including the ILO guidelines on the just transition and the views from WWF on this topic. So you can log into the website and download these files. And so this panel is about the role of institutions, businesses, and civil society. I think one of the elements, or important elements of this symposium was to engage or trying to engage everyone in this discussion: scholars, practitioners, officials, decision makers. I think we can get some important insights from the previous sessions, and perhaps the most simple one is that indeed the just transition is a very complex issue. It's a complex issue that will need transformational changes. And as we said over the road, to change everything, we will need everyone. We will need institutions, we will need the help of the corporates, and we, of course, will need the civil society. I think action for a just transition requires a common good, consensus vision, bold, forward-looking, visionary planning for structural change, building political consensus, creating the adequate policies and regulations, building up effective standards, incentives, engaging with the general academia, and fostering and strengthening the institutional capacities. This panel will explore different questions that will try to solve, or to look for answers for questions like, what is the best policy to foster the transition? Or how to foster participation of non-regular actors? What role for the corporate sector? And how does social development influence a just transition? Overall, what we want to talk about are concrete options that remain on tap to accelerate this just and equitable transition. I don't want to take more time. I would like to introduce my panelists coming from different parts of the world, from Colombia to India, from representing the government institutions, the organized civil society, and the business sector. And perhaps I would like to start with Mr. Gramenos Mastroianni. He's currently the coordinator for the environment and scientific issues at the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Mastroianni, he has served as a diplomat in different countries, such as France, Brazil, Iran, and Canada. And based on his experience, he's going to talk about the role of the multi-stakeholder engagement in this just transition and the cooperation. Mr. Mastroianni, please.
Okay, thank